a social media promotion, and especially with those two guys who have, among, the top, two of probably the top three or four social media followings in the sport. So I think, whereas, traditionally would have said, hey, multi-city, you want to generate all this publicity in all these different areas and a lot, we don't have to do a multi-city press tour to create content, and those guys are experts at creating content already. So particularly given the age and the demographics of their fan bases, like this is something that I think this will be, the first sort of social media first boxing promotion. So, what does that mean? Look, I don't think it's going to be revolutionary, but again, instead of, thinking about, what do we put in, how many episodes of All Access do we do? We'll do a couple for sure, but more so is how do we adapt what we're doing to get maximum exposure on TikTok?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, after initially, as you heard, Showtime President of Sports, Stephen Espinoza, who has a partnership with undefeated 3-division world champion superstar boxer who simultaneously held the WBA regular title at junior welterweight, the WBA super title at super featherweight, and the WBA regular title at junior welterweight, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who has a record of 28 wins, no losses, no draw, 26 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is going into the biggest fight of his career with undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, who is 23 wins, no losses, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'10", with a 70-inch arm reach. So as you heard, Stephen Espinoza, this fight is going to take place April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, either at the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium or at the T-Mobile Arena. With that said, initially, as you heard Stephen Espinoza state, they weren't going to have a press conference, a press tour, multi-city tour, okay? So I know people are going to say, well, Stephen Espinoza, he debunked the notion that they're not going to have a press tour. No, Stephen Espinoza initially stated that they wasn't going to have a multi-city press conference tour, okay? And now that has changed. Stephen Espinoza has now obviously changed his mind and had a change of heart because Gervonta Tank Davis has now announced that they are going to have a two-city press tour, okay? Now it's going to be Wednesday and it's going to be Thursday, okay? So Gervonta Tank Davis, he states that, Wednesday, which is the 8th, and Thursday, which is the 9th, they're going to have, press conferences, okay? Obviously, that means that they're going to have, a press conference in 2 different cities. They're not going to have two press conferences in the same city, okay? That just doesn't make sense, okay? So it looks like they're going to have, 2 press conferences, and it looks like they heard the people's cry and complaints because a big part of this promotion is seeing Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia come face to face. Okay, that's a huge part of what people want to see. People want to see Gervonta Tank Davis. They want to see Ryan Garcia come face to face and promote the fight. Right? We've seen them obviously on social media. We've seen them go back and forth, jawing back and forth. But we've never seen them have a face-off. We never had them had a press conference face-to-face. We have not seen that, and that's a part of the excitement. And as you heard Stephen Espinoza also state in this video that, they weren't going to have but a few all accesses, okay, which gives you the backstory, gives you insight in the training camp, get you views. They have the camera crews following both guys, right? So he said we'll have a few all accesses, which means essentially they were trying to save on the budget. He said that they're going to focus for this fight on TikTok and it's not going to be revolutionary, which means when he stated that it's not going to be revolutionary, that it's not going to change the game, right? He don't believe that going the social media route is going to change the game, but they're going away from the old format of having multi-city press conferences. Well, now that has changed because obviously, again, Wednesday, the 8th, March 8th, And Thursday, March 9th, they're going to have 2 press conferences. More than likely, it's going to be one in LA, and the other one could possibly be in Vegas, or the other one could possibly be in New York, right? So it's going to be a multi-city tour. So again, they heard the cry, they heard the outcry, they heard the fans' voice, okay? And, they decided that it would be best to let's go ahead and have this press conferences, okay? So now you're going to get 2 press conferences, and on the day of the press conference, March 8th, you're going to get the tickets go on sale as well. Obviously, that was not a concern because obviously the tickets have to go on sale at some point in time. But the concern for the fans was that, that we weren't going to get, any press conferences, okay, or multi press conferences. Obviously, they have to have a press conference. Now, that press conference could have just been, a fight week press conference. That usually the Wednesday before the actual fight, there would be a press conference. So if the fight was on the 22nd of April, okay, that means then, on the 19th of April, you're going to get a press conference, obviously. Then you get the, the undercard press conference on Thursday, and then Friday you get the weigh-in. But again, that has now changed, okay? Over the last 48 hours, the fans have been, not happy about Steven Espinoza, claiming that there's not going to be a multi-city tour press conference. And again, I know people are going to say, well, Steven Espinoza, he debunked the notion and they're going to have a press conference for all the people saying there wasn't going to be no, he never said there wasn't going to be a press conference, and nobody was complaining about there not being a press conference. But he stated there wasn't going to be a multi-city tour press conference and they was going to focus on TikTok. Well, obviously, again, that has changed. Steven Espinoza is the platform and the network. So he is the one that is paying the purses. He's paying the budget. He's paying for the promotion. That is coming from Steven Espinoza. So if he initially stated that they didn't have any interest in doing that, okay, and now all of a sudden on now upcoming week on Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to have a multi-city tour press conference, okay? He heard the fans cry. They heard the fans' complaints. They heard the fans' voices. And they decided that they were going to go ahead and have a multi-city press tour. Now, maybe they was only going to have one. Okay, maybe it was just going to be a one initial introduction to the fight press conference, and that was it. And then they was just going to focus on social media, just letting social media, as he stated, Steven Espinoza stated in his video, you can hear him saying that, both guys have huge social media followings. They both know how to market themselves. And because of that, they was going to allow nature to take his tours, right? But now, obviously, again, like I said, that has changed, okay? And Steven Espinoza is now going to have, 2 press conferences. So Gervonta Tank Davis has 4.2 million Instagram followers, okay? Ryan Garcia, he has 9.1 million social media followers, Instagram followers. So they both have huge Instagram followers, right? And so with that said, this is great news, okay? This is absolutely great news because, this is a huge fight and it needs to be promoted to the max, okay? To the absolute, red carpet needs to be rolled out. This is a huge fight, and for it to be for it to reach its full success, it needs to be promoted. You cannot rely on social media, okay? Like he said, they're going to rely on TikTok. Well, there's a lot of fans that don't even have TikTok, okay? So if you promoting the fight on TikTok, and then Gervonta Tank Davis said that he was going away from social media, he's going down under and focus on the fight itself, right? And so how are they going to promote the fight? No, that's not the way to go. You got to, yes, they have huge social media followers. Yes, they're big names, right? And they can sell, but you also have to give them some help, okay? Some assistance. And you have to take different angles to be able to promote the fight as well. That's a part of the network's job, okay? It's a part of the budget and it needs to be done. And I'm happy that this is going to be the case. I'm excited for this fight. I can't wait. Obviously, I have been saying this over a period of time, and I'm going to say it again. I favor Gervonta Tank Davis to win this fight. I just think his experience, his ring IQ, his ability to box, his ability to make adjustment, I just think that that's going to prove to be too much in this fight. And I think that Ryan Garcia has an experience at this level, what Gervonta Tank Davis is going to bring to the table. And I think that, Gervonta Tank Davis, by the 11th round, I think he's going to make a mistake and and Gervonta Tank Davis is going to capitalize on that mistake. And I think he's going to clip Ryan Garcia, and I think he's going to knock out Ryan Garcia. But obviously, Ryan Garcia has all the tools to stay in this fight. Very fast hands, very power in both hands, combination punches. You know, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see how it unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm out. Peace.
Garcia Bumgarner, you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.